A typical situation in Red Dead Online. It usually starts with you minding your own business, maybe collecting or something, and then you see a player who approaches you. By player's clothing, you immediately realize that it's a beginner, maybe level 7 or so. You wave or use some other friendly emotion, sometimes player even waves back, but right after that, he uses a lasso. Obviously you know the simple trick how to set your up free against the regular lasso, so you give that player a second chance. Maybe it was a mistake, oh no, it was not a mistake. So you fight back. It's not even a PvP because that player has no chance, but he started it. After dying a few times, he challenges you for a duel. That's very optimistic from him, but why not? Obviously that player keeps dying and dying and dying again, and after many times just goes AFK. So you decide to check his level out of curiosity. And yes, a usual situation for Red Dead Online. Level 5 who confused this game with GTA Online. But you immediately realize that something is not usual. I mean, take a look at this players list. In a full by today's standards lobby, there are only 2 low levels. Only 2. And it's weird because for more than a year, Red Dead Online lobbies were full of beginners. But few months ago, I noticed that something has changed. That I don't see too many beginners in lobbies anymore. I'm not often getting attacked by such beginners with lasso. Actually, it almost never happens with me now. So I decided to make a test and see if there are really less beginners now than it used to be at the beginning of 2025 or last year. I checked player levels in 25 different lobbies on different days of the week and different time of the day. On 2 platforms, Xbox and PC. And yes, on PC to do that I had to go to the public lobbies, which is usually not the best choice, because in Red Dead Online, just like in GTA Online, every single player in your lobby can see your real IP at any time. And that's a huge problem that can be solved with help of sponsor of today's video, NordVPN. You see, NordVPN has a lot of useful features like protection from malware or phishing prevention, and many others, including protection from DDoS. Because if someone knows your IP, they can DDoS you, send a high volume of data, packet flood to your IP address and bring down your internet network. It's actually an extremely common situation, especially in Red Dead Online's free roam PvP. But NordVPN can hide your IP address, so you cannot be targeted easily anymore. So use my referral link that you can find in the description or in a pinned comment, and the discount code PvPcat to get NordVPN and get a huge discount plus extra 4 months for free with every 2-year plan purchase. Also, it's a risk-free because NordVPN offers 30-day money-back guarantee on all purchases. So I started with checking Xbox lobbies. And in the very first lobby there were only 2 low levels and 9 higher levels. Not counting me, obviously. And yes, as low levels I was counting players of level 50 or below. I mean, according to statistics, most players are quitting Red Dead Online before reaching level 50, and that's why we can define such players as beginners. But anyway, in most of my lobbies there were 12 players including me, and out of 11 only 3, sometimes 4 players were low levels. And I was checking lobbies in the morning and in the evening European time on different days of the week, including weekend. Only in one lobby I saw more low levels than high levels. 6 to 5. And maybe you will say, well Cat, it makes sense that there are not too many beginners, because the game was abandoned for such a long time. And yes, it was abandoned for a long time, but earlier this year and at the end of 2024 there were a lot of beginners in Red Dead Online. Like this random footage from 2024 on Xbox, more low levels than high levels. Or for example, this random footage from a year ago, also on Xbox. I recorded it because there were 26 players in the lobby, I haven't seen it for a long time. And there was me, 9 high levels and 16 beginners. And on PC situation is even more interesting, because I was actually recording lobbies at the beginning of 2025 and in June of 2025. I was doing it for a different video, I was looking for cheaters, but still, in pretty much every lobby there were much more beginners than high levels. I mean, take a look at this one, there are no high levels at all. The highest level in this lobby is 26, but that was few months ago, and now something changed, and now in all the lobbies that I checked, there were more high levels than low levels. Okay, some things haven't changed, like this random fire-breathing horse, but overall situation with players on PC was pretty much the same as I saw on Xbox. Maybe even worse, because I haven't found any single lobby with more low levels than high levels. And that's really weird, considering that there are constant, really good discounts for Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC, and actually right when I was testing it, there was a really good discount on Xbox as well. But why did this happen? Why there are so fewer beginners now in Red Dead Online than even few months ago? I see three main reasons why. First of all, huge increase in amount of players at the beginning of the year happened because Rockstar for the first time ever started to sell full game of Red Dead Redemption 2 for $15 only, so with 75% discount. And as we know, most players are using full game of Red Dead Redemption 2 to play Red Dead Online, not standalone edition. So obviously it brought a lot of new players to Red Dead Online as well. But maybe most players who wanted to buy Red Dead Redemption 2 already bought it with such good discount. And they already completed the story, then tried Red Dead Online, and maybe by now abandoned Red Dead Online. Or maybe they kept playing, maybe they're still playing, but obviously they're not beginners anymore. The second reason is that in the middle of this year, Rockstar released Strange Tales of the West, first part. And yes, it's just a Telegram mission, they cannot bring any new players or retune players to Red Dead Online, but this time Rockstar for some reason decided to promote these Telegram missions and made a trailer for the first time in many years. And probably because of that trailer, a lot of people who were not too familiar with Red Dead Online started to call this monthly event that happened in July an Undead Nightmare DLC for Red Dead Online or something like that. I saw a lot of videos and posts on social media with such completely misleading title. But anyway, it obviously attracted a lot of new players to Red Dead Online, but most of these players, I guess, were disappointed because, I repeat, it's only 4 new Telegram missions, and I actually really enjoyed these missions. I think they're really good, but it's not an Undead Nightmare DLC or something. But the main reason, in my opinion, is overall lack of optimism in Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Online community. I mean, the only possible hope for Red Dead Online to have any future is to see next-gen version or current-gen version of Red Dead Redemption 2 for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. This version was rumored, but was not still released or announced by Rockstar. And there were not too many optimism to begin with, but you know, since it's been so much time and this version is still not here, most people just don't believe that will ever be released. Like, take a look at these poll results. More than 60% of my viewers say that Red Dead Redemption 2 next gen will never be released. And I completely understand why they're saying this. I personally still think that Red Dead Redemption 2 next gen is a real thing and will be released, just don't know when, but maybe I'm too optimistic. But anyway, if you are still playing Red Dead Online, maybe you are even one of these few beginners, I suggest you to go and check the video about all ability cards in Red Dead Online that you can see on your screen, because players misunderstand ability cards quite often, so go check it. And in any way, I hope you enjoyed this video, stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye.